Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for September 21st, 2025. We've got campaign features as it is Sunday Fun Day, and we start with a zombie spy and a marauder in place of a copper and an estate. Is there anything else going on? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's see. I don't think... It's interesting that we start with Zombie Spy and Marauder, and then Marauder is also on the board, but Necromancer is not. Anyway, oh, okay, I was going to say I don't think I see trashing, but there's scrap. Alright. Oh, I should click on this thing. Not that that would have helped me find it, but, you know, it's helpful. Right, so, yeah, scrap for trashing. Plus actions, looks like we got a lot of that. Blessed Village, Border Village, Ironmonger, and then Champion. Draw, though... Ironmonger can draw, but it doesn't usually... There's Distant Shore, and that's pretty much it. So that's going to be a limiting factor for sure. And then gains... Pirate can gain you golds, Distant Shore can gain you estates, Sunken Treasure can gain you actions, Farmer's Market is plus buy, the Page Line can gain you treasures, and I guess Marauder can gain you spoils. But yeah, none of that seems especially powerful in conjunction with the lack of draw. I mean, if we can somehow get all 4 Distant Shores into our deck, I think we'll actually be in a pretty good spot. But short of that, maybe 3 Distant Shores. I mean, yeah, short of that, I guess like with that plus some Ironmongers, maybe we can like have an actually functioning deck. We're probably going to want to open with a Page, and I guess we're just going to play Zombie Spy to cycle past this other turn. And the fact that we don't have that much money doesn't matter because we can afford a Page. We're also going to want to get a scrap. I think we go Page first. I could see the argument for scrap first. We do only have 2 estates, though. So I think we go Page. These ruins are going to go significantly faster than they normally would. We can actually afford a Border Village here. Let's see. We've only seen 3 of our 6 coppers, so we have 3 more coppers down there. We also have a couple of estates, though. I'm wondering if we need to get the scrap now to make sure that we get it at all. Obviously we saw the spoils. So we have Page, Zombie Spy, estate, copper, copper, copper. I guess there's no way that we don't see at least 3 of the 3 coppers, right? Okay, so we don't need to get the scrap unless we're worried about triggering the shuffle. Which with Zombie Spy, I guess we should be. So maybe we should just go ahead and take it. Yeah, I think so. Although with both of the estates down there, again, the scrap is not as good. So then that would be an argument for just going for Old Map or Ironmonger. I would like a Voyage. That'll help get the page up the line faster. So we could go Border Village Old Map. Ironmonger is like a little bit better of a card generically than Old Map, but not a ton better. Hmm. And the other thing is, it would be nice to not trigger the shuffle and not have the page miss the shuffle. I just don't know that we can control that. I think I'm going to take the old map. Oh, well. We didn't draw the zombie spy. That's a way to do it. All right, let's go ahead and get the scrap then. It's a pirate. Interesting. Well, I guess we might as well keep that. Not that we need the actions. There's an argument for well, if we see the scrap, the argument for discarding that is that it lets our old map see another card and have more information about what to discard. But that what to discard mostly only matters if we see the scrap anyway, and then we're going to want to play both Marauder and scrap. So, and in any case, I guess there's no reason to keep Ruined Village over Estate for trashing purposes. So, right now, it's not looking like we're going to be able to hit 4. That could change with the scrap, though. Okay, I'm going to rotate. So we could go like card coin here if we really just want to try to hit Voyage. I think that's fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. Six again. Only gonna get another border village. The border villages mostly aren't going to do much for now, but they are farmland targets for later in the game. Anyway, I think this is Ironmonger now. The boons off of Blessed Village aren't bad either, but Ironmonger is definitely the more useful card in the deck. 2 silvers. Not ideal, but probably fine. Scrap or Marauder? I think I'd rather get rid of a ruin than give out a ruin that also comes with the spoils, because I don't really care about the spoils very much. Well, yeah. And then we can take another page. It's not likely that we are going to want to do anything with it, but yeah, not much harm to it. I do want that. We don't need this, so, or well, I wouldn't need another voyage, I mean, so we might as well rotate. Do we want a sunken treasure? It could help us get distant shores later. I think one sunken treasure might not be bad. Alright, so we need to be careful here about what we're doing with the voyage, but definitely playing the Ironmonger. We just discard that. The Zombie Spy. Discard that. And now we don't want to play the Border Village because if we were to draw like the Warrior or something, we couldn't play it. So just grab another page, I guess. Alright. This is going to be another Border Village. Ironmonger. There's already 2 points on the farmer's market. Do we want to try to engage in a bit of sniping there? Or do we want to just get another Ironmonger? Another thing we could do that maybe we should have done already is get another scrap. More trashing. We have plenty of actions in our deck. I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. I guess I am a little worried about like piles running, and it's running out of time for that, but I think I'm gonna take the Ironmonger. Once per Traveler you have in play. We could end up playing another Traveler. We could play this Ruined Library. We've got the actions. Yeah, here's another page. We could leave this here for trashing purposes. Or discarding with old map purposes. It's not like we don't have more where that comes from. Huh, that wasn't very likely. Okay, we can get a distant shore here, so that's good. We could just scrap the silver to try to continue our turn. We're gonna do that. We shouldn't play the Marauder yet. Card. Are we going to need an action? Like, what other terminals do we even have in our deck? We really don't. I don't think we need that. Card. Coin horse, maybe? Okay. Got ourselves a second distant shore for our troubles. Oh, wait. That. Alright, so getting to champion at this point doesn't actually look super relevant. We have a lot of actions in our deck. Draw is good. And the spoils are almost out, so the attack defense isn't relevant. I think we don't exchange the warrior. We just... maybe we take one treasure hunter to try to get another warrior. Is there even time for that to do anything? Or is it, like, actively going to hurt us? I feel like that's probably more likely. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it all. Right. This is happening. Okay. We can hit 3 here. No reason to leave this on top. We can play the border village and hit 2. Hitting 3 basically just lets us get a farmer's market or another scrap. Oh. I mean, neither of those would be bad. I have no idea what this last card is. I think I'm going to take the scrap. Apparently it was an estate. The bot buys a duchy. That's good. I like that. Okay, we can give out the last ruin. We can scrap estate for card coin and get the distant shore. And maybe also continue our turn. No! That's mine! Gotta play the warrior now. That's annoying. We got their scrap. Okay. I think we're gonna play the voyage. Well, old map on top is not that useful. That's what I'm thinking about. We just scrap the ruined library. I mean, we could play the ruined library, draw the old map. But I think I'd rather scrap it. Okay, so we can do more border village stuff. Wonder, we should probably take a farmer's market now. It's getting to the point where like we could snipe the points, which would be a pretty big deal. Piles are getting low for sure. I don't think the bot's going to be able to gain like 2 border villages and an ironmonger or something, so not necessarily super worried about that. Well, I don't really want to play this stuff. I think I'm just going to stop here and buy another page, which maybe will, with all these pages, will blow something up with the warrior. Let's go. Let's just do card action. I'm wondering now, like, so we're getting to the point where obviously farmlanding border village would be relevant. I'm wondering if we should leave the border village unplayed. We can discard the ruined market, so the old map isn't going to be too sad. We do in fact have the 6 coins that we need. That. I'd love to scrap this Marauder. Do we want to farmland the border village if we can just buy a province? That I'm not sure about. Obviously, farmlanding the border village is more points. So I guess probably. Does the fact that Marauder can trigger their pirate mean that we shouldn't play it? I mean, the spoils are pretty useful. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. We can sunken treasure for a border village if we don't play one. That's good. I think we do play the distant shore. Well, farmer's market's worth a good amount of money. But I want to pop it for the points. It's like hitting 4 or 5 doesn't really do anything that I care about. If I were hitting 6 and I could farmland another border village, that'd be another question. As it is, I think we play Ironmonger. And yeah, well, okay, so we could scrap the ruined village. Is taking a border village isn't actually doing. Yeah, maybe we just scrap the ruined village. Well, we're going to play at least one border village. Okay, we can snipe the points. That's good. I think we just play the warrior. Don't worry about... Okay, well, I guess we're playing the border village since we're obviously not getting to whatever. And we're not buying anything. That seems clear. Did we trash anything of theirs with that warrior? Forgot to look. Nope. So this is a bit awkward. If we could hit Border Village, like play Distant Shore and then hit Border Village, we'd win. But there's like basically no chance of that. We'd have to draw our Sunken Treasure. I don't think we have another spoils. So I think... we Ironmonger... Oh! Silver's not quite doing it. We can buy a duchy. I mean, that's still useful, I guess. Yeah, we should probably do that. Shit! I guess I guess I played that too close with the piles. Oh man, they found the one Distant Shore in their deck. Come on. And they got plus buy from a ruined market. Man, that seems really improbable. That turn. That seems really improbable. My deck was so much less junky than theirs. Yeah, I don't... I mean... I probably should have taken a somewhat different line that would have... like overall, that would have not let the game be so close, but I still feel like I should have been favored in the late game there. Not like in that on that particular turn. I mean, that like their ability to gain... Like if they didn't have the Distant Shore, which they were very unlikely to, because they only had one in their whole deck, and they wouldn't be able to gain both of the estates. And then even if they did play the Distant Shore, they needed, like, Border Village Estate wasn't enough. They needed Border Village Duchy Estate, so they needed to find plus buy, and they needed to find enough money for that. The money wasn't so unlikely for them, but the plus buy, I mean, they had a couple plus buy cards, but the combination of all of those things... Yeah, I don't know. That's unfortunate and unlikely. Well, yeah. All right. I think... Oh, this is a much worse start. I will say the page was not as significant as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be time to like get the page up the line, and like get to champion before the ruins ran. That definitely was not the case. I think open with scrap this time. And I think we will take a page, but we'll have the opportunity to do that. I'm going to take an old map here. We could take card action. There's not that many ways that that goes poorly. Okay. Yeah, let's get an Ironmonger. I do want to get another scrap, but need a little bit more actions for that. I think we're fine triggering the shuffle here. We might draw the scrap and wish we'd kept the estate, but the odds are that we won't. Right. So we could go Border Village Voyage here. I'm down for that. Bot does not generally seem interested in Voyage. Alright, we'll take a page here. Maybe this time we do more upgrading of pages through Treasure Hunter. Wait, what? I forgot I was on Voyage turn. I guess it's fine, but I would have played the old map rather than the Border Village. I just completely forgot that I was on a Voyage turn. Utterly and completely. Do I want to see that right now? We could get to 6. I guess. Well, now we can definitely get there. Go. Action horse. Oh, I haven't gotten my second scrap yet. I should do that. Could do that here. Or we could take another Ironmonger. Yeah. Right, because I was kind of thinking odds are that we're more likely to be able to get the scrap this turn. Well, I don't want to draw that. We're just going to stop here. Oh, whatever. Probably have enough Ironmongers anyway. Let's... so that we're not discarding into the shuffle. Guess I'll keep that. We can get to our voyage. That's annoying. Maybe we take a farmer's market here. We could also take another page. Well, I guess I'll take the farmer's market. I wanted to get to sunken treasure, but... Well, I guess we can take a sunken treasure here. Again, I want to be able to gain those distant shores. Could take a province instead, but... I guess we might as well play a border village. Yeah, let's play the warrior. Dang it, we're just helping them out. Five isn't really the number that I want. I guess we can just take an ironmonger. I don't really want to trash the silver just to draw a border village. That's a lot of farmers markets. All right, in this case... No, not 2 scraps and no... none of my other stuff. All right, well, we get to get the distant shore stuff going. Do we scrap a silver? We have 6 without the silver, so I guess we do. Hard action. Horse? Could also gain another silver, I guess. I'm gonna go with the horse. I would actually kind of like a treasure hunter. Put a little bit of money into my deck because I've actually trashed a decent number of coppers. We do have the estates to scrap, but or will have, I guess. It's a distant shore. This order doesn't matter. Okay, this is the situation where we discard this, I think. Annoyingly, can't afford a distant shore. We do have our sunken treasure down there, though. wondering about not playing the spoils and just picking up a page. I don't think hitting 5 really does a whole lot for us right now. I really want to see the Sunken Treasure. Ironmonger versus Distant Shore is basically the same for that. Well, no, that's not true. I think we played Distant Shore. Okay. So we can scrap copper, gain Distant Shore, or we can buy page. Yeah, probably scrap copper. Oh shit! I'm an idiot. I. Why did I play that Distant Shore? Oh, we can. No. Shit. That was so stupid. That was so stupid. Oh my god. I just totally blanked on the way that this works. Alright, well. God damn it. Well, there's 2 piles empty. I somehow managed not to register that before. I guess I don't know. My brain is just not working right now. I guess we'll go Border Village Duchy then. Guess we'll keep that. Second scrap? Probably don't want a second scrap right now. These estates getting low, but we could potentially win off of that. What is... I guess Sunken Treasure can gain us another border village. Do we discard the estate? We can hit 6. We keep the copper. Could scrap the Marauder. Sure. Hard. Coin horse, I'm gonna say. Okay. We can get... Huh. Probably we should take a province. I do want the distant shores, but... do we lower the estates? We've got our voyage term coming up. We do have a farmer's market down there. We don't have another scrap. We don't have another distant shore. What are the odds that the bot can get 2 estates in a province if we don't get anything? What are the odds that we don't get anything? I think I'm going to take the estate. Okay, farmer's market. I think we have to play ironmonger. Oh, that wasn't helpful. Ironmonger can't get us to 4. I mean, nothing really can. So we attack with warrior? Oh. Well, they got a province, but we only need to get an estate, which we are already guaranteed to be able to do. Okay. What a game. We well, yeah, that was unsatisfying. We definitely got thinner here. Like getting that second scrap. I don't know why. I don't know. I think my brain just wasn't working today in general. Like I don't know why I didn't think about getting a second scrap sooner the first time around, and then obviously I did a whole bunch of dumb stuff in this play, but yeah, I don't know. I think the bot's more money-ish strategy should lose here. Like I think there's enough alt VP and potential for deck control, but I think that I did not execute on that very well either time. I think that the money strategy like is good enough that you don't necessarily have a ton of margin of error because the piles do empty quickly. Yeah, those are my general takeaways. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.